Okay, good. Hopefully. So that, trying to juggle two balls at once here, both doing the teleclass and the Zoom meeting. But I'm also an editor. So what I can do is after I do this, because this is kind of a beta test of everything, and we're still working out the format and everything, that's all good. Nothing has to be perfect. And I get that. So we're going to be talking about that, why things don't have to be perfect, and how to make money before you think things have to be perfect, and how to kind of earn while you learn. So there's lots and lots to talk about today. And I have already, as I was saying to Kelly Casbeek, who's here with me right now. Kelly, just say hello.
Hello.
And is that I've already put in like a full day. I think I put in almost a full 8-hour day even before this, because I have so much stuff to share with everybody. I'm doing the recording so I can send this out via email. So to me, the important thing about the meetings and the recordings is the content, and how the content can be used for anything and everything to promote my gig. And I actually came up with what I think is a pretty accurate title for myself. I am a gig entrepreneur, but as a gig entrepreneur, what am I? What do I do? Well, we have to redefine terms and terminologies. So I went to an app developer mentality, and I thought, okay, I guess what I really am is a gig developer. So I help people develop their own gig. And then how to promote it. So it's like I help people understand the gig economy, and we curate the gig economy with the site Gig Entrepreneurs and the latest news and commentary and advice that we can bring to everybody. That's one thing. And once they see that there is an irrefutable argument for everybody, one way or the other, and I believe this totally across the board, you have to learn the gig economy to protect the future of your wealth and your income, because it's changing so fast. Wait till I show you the robots, Kelly, that are already today crawling around the city of our neighboring town, Concord, California, picking up food from restaurants, and like little self-driving robots going down the sidewalk, carrying food to people, right? It's pretty cool. So we're going to talk about that. So we've got some really great stories. We've got stories about healthcare and for gig workers, and what the government's up to regarding the gig economy, and even what the Federal Reserve Bank is saying about the gig economy, and that this new economy is growing so fast that everybody, from the government to the Federal Reserve to the media, I don't think there's anybody that's not saying, holy cow, this is really coming on so much faster than we thought. It's almost like a hurricane or a tidal wave, a tsunami, it's hit. And so I put a little notice at the top that says, if following this documentary information, not from me, but from everybody else I can find and gather who knows what they're talking about, if this does not inspire you to learn more about the exploding freelance gig economy, check your pulse. So that's really how I feel about it, really across the board. If you're an employer, and I have a couple stories today, at least one, I'm not sure if I posted it yet, about the point of view about employers, what they look for, who they're hiring out of the gig economy. Because, in the gig economy, you want to have your own gig, or you can use ours, and we're going to talk about that, how you can start to earn while you learn and make money, right as you're getting into it. And we're going to talk about how you develop an affiliate program to monetize what you already know, or how you can become a gig economy mastermind yourself, or work with our dream team of gig economy masterminds. But while you're learning, you can use us and our knowledge and our background to make money by, referring people who want to learn more, so that you can then join the program too and learn while you're earning and learn what you want to do. And now, one of the things that I'm doing with our new program is I'm teaching people, and I'm actually doing this myself, I'm teaching people how to sell your boot camp or your gig before you actually develop it. And we're going to talk about that. Okay. So people who have to worry, well, I don't have a gig yet. It's so far off. It's not far off. You can start making money next week with the new program that we've developed. So it's pretty darn exciting. You can also start learning the gig economy. So the biggest thing I would say to people is just hang in there. All you got to do is be like a flower in a garden and just keep learning and observing and absorbing, and like osmosis, you're just going to learn this stuff until it becomes, I want to help you saturate every cell in your body, every brain cell with information about the gig economy until it's just second nature. You know how to walk the walk, talk the talk, set up a home-based business or use ours, or we've got solutions for everything and every challenge across the board. That's why we want to develop the boot camp as we're going along, so that we're not locking ourselves in, just like all companies today don't want to be locked in. That's why the gig economy is growing so fast. Companies today are going, things are changing so fast. We really can't afford to hire employees and lock ourselves into this skill set or that skill set. We need to stay flexible and hire out of the gig economy so we can hire the exact talent we need when we need it to change on a dime or develop new programs. So, the people that get it and pay attention and keep showing up are going to learn emphatically they are in the right place. The first article. So the first part of gigentrepreneurs.com is the hottest topics. And those are pretty much the new things that come along within the last, couple of weeks that are current, but they really make, a great case from Forbes and Fortune magazine and Entrepreneur and the Federal Reserve and just, all the top experts, and even about healthcare benefits, employee benefits. So, even the media and the magazines for different periodicals for different industries, I should say. Then we get down into breaking news, and healthcare is at the top of stories this week. And I'm going to go through a couple of stories here with Kelly about what's happening in this week in the gig economy. And I went to a nonprofit party that's all about helping education. Like my son teaches for Teach for America in Richmond, and Richmond School, he teaches special ed. To me, he's like a saint, but they don't have any money, the school system, and so this nonprofit is all about helping schools that in areas that do have money, get money into some of the poorer areas to help those school systems. And then I started looking at articles, and now even, tech companies who are into ed tech are talking about preparing little kids for the future workforce of the gig economy. So I'm telling you, this stuff is across the board. And everybody's got to learn it. It'd be like, coming to America and never learning how to speak English. You're always going to be struggling unless you do. So that's a little bit, that's kind of the news. And then I also have I got to keep an eye on time because we got lots to cover. But why don't we cover, Kelly, a couple of the key stories? I'll start as this one because I know something I have in the keynote that you don't know about that I'm going to use to lead in, and we'll do a couple stories, okay? Sure. And we'll do news and commentary. So right under the, if you go to gigentrepreneurs.com, breaking news, the top story there under breaking news is Gig Economy Users Group would curate the gig economy and the realities of self-employment so you don't have to, but it says lawmakers propose floating benefits for gig economy workers. Seeing the rise of independent contractor workforce or gig economy jobs interstate, Washington legislator Monica Stonier, I think, introduced a bill this week that requires company using gig economy workers to contribute to a portable benefits fund that would cover part of the cost of health insurance, paid time off, retirement, and workers' comp. So I'm telling you, everybody is waking up to this big change that we as entrepreneurs have already spotted, and we're already working in.
Right. Okay. And it looks like the next one talks about TechCrunch. Indies aims to raise the quality of freelancer platforms. Indies is an up-and-coming freelance service that aims to bring a higher standard to a world that is dominated by the likes of Gigster, Upwork, and Fiverr by taking a different team-led approach. There are already plenty of options for developers who opt for freelance work, perhaps because they don't like the shackles of a single day job, want to moonlight outside of office hours, or have opted for a remote lifestyle. In many cases, there's a compromise. The choice to freelance via a platform will require working on tedious jobs with varying levels of income and projects. Okay. And then there is the uncertainty about clients.
So one of the uncertainty about clients is why we're here, because we understand that the gig economy is all about marketing, and that's how you get clients. And there are haves and have-nots. So the have-nots are people that don't understand that. They get in the gig economy and think it's going to be easy, and it's not. And they're not really ready to roll up their sleeves and get to work. Now, the next one is with the obsession with ed tech and workforce prep concerns parents and public educators. An upcoming webinar titled The Future of Work and What It Means for K-12 Schools has Carolyn Leith concerned about career readiness. They're talking about today's sixth graders and what they're going to be in the workforce. Leith, a member of the steering committee of Parents Across America, Puget Sound, was one of three speakers on Saturday talking about challenges ahead for the gig economy, technology, and student health at the Network for Public Education National Conference in Oakland in that committee. Now, I have to say, my reaction, because Ms. Leith goes on and says, oh, I think people are overselling the gig economy. And I thought, okay, what do you do? What's your job? Are you being paid by somebody already? Are you in a job and you're getting paid, or do you have a gig or what? So that's why we've created the Gig Economy Users Group to be neutral. We're not trying to be proponents of it, but we're trying to help people understand that you need to learn this because you either control it or you are controlled by it. So why don't you? Now this story is from Entrepreneur Magazine, Kelly.
Okay, so it's entitled, This is How I Manage Freelance Workers and Why It Works. Building long-term but flexible relationships assures you the talent you need when you need it at a price you can afford. Call it freelance work, contract employees, or the gig economy. Whatever the term, it's consistently growing. In fact, researchers predict that half of the U.S. workforce will dabble in independent work by 2020. The rise of these agile external resources means that today's leaders need to learn how to better manage off-site employees to ensure their organization is equipped to reap full benefits.
Okay, now let's see. Okay, this next article. I've got to get down to. Oh, I haven't posted the robot story yet. That's what I wanted to do. I was going to get to that, but so these stories are all there. All you got to do is go to gigentrepreneurs.com and. Sharing or gig economy serves up savings to small businesses. Arabelle Dow to save, not just earn, save $15,000 for her business in the past 12 months by using the sharing economy. I was able to save one client around $40,000, she says, in Forbes magazine. So anyway, now what I want to do is I kind of pointed out gigentrepreneurs.com, and that at the top you can sign up there to join. You can register to become a charter member of the Gig Economy Users Group, and that is at the top of Gig Entrepreneur. So read that. You can email me if you have any questions, mike@bigideasexpress.com. And as I was joking with my wife, I specialize in both new and used ideas. So we have fresh ideas every day here. So, okay, now let me go to the slideshow. And so now here I'm going to talk a little bit, and this is on the Zoom meeting. So if you're into the teleclass, you'll be able to get this. I'm going to post it on Gig Entrepreneurs later. But Gig Entrepreneur Users Group presents, so I'm going to go to full screen here, right here for the Zoom meeting. There we go. And so then it says the Gig Economy Mastermind Group. So we are launching and presenting the Gig Economy Mastermind Group. Now, this is where we're going to allow the charter members of the Gig Economy to earn while you learn. So this is important. This is the Biz Launcher program for gig entrepreneurs, gig buyers, and gig developers. So all of this information is yours. When you visit gigentrepreneurs.com, you can sign up for more. Now, the Biz Launcher program, we're going to have upcoming interviews with top experts who are experts at the topic of gig entrepreneurs. I'm going to do an interview with a group discount health insurance provider for gig entrepreneurs with companies like MetLife and Aetna. So that's huge. And I'm going to share right now in this meeting a little bit of their infographic about the gig economy, but they're really tuned into the gig economy. So that's really cool. And we're going to have more about that. Second, interviews about getting hired as a gig entrepreneur by companies. So it's not just about being a life coach and getting hired by your neighbor. That's part of it. But how do you get hired by big companies? And, one of my partners hired people, as much as $150,000 a year up to $1 million over, a period of time. And how to monetize your expertise. This is one of the keys. People they don't really know how to value their own expertise. And that's what we're here to encourage you to capture it, to clarify it, to see it, to create multiple income streams with it, and how to thrive in the gig economy. So then now here's one of the slides, and this is on the Zoom meeting, about the service requester for freelancing in today's tightly competitive business environment. Businesses, especially small businesses, must find ways to reduce their cost of operation without sacrificing their operational efficiency and service quality they provide to their client base. To achieve these, many have already turned to freelancer workers these days. So these slides are all right here on the Zoom meeting, and they will be posted. I'll give you a few quick tidbits. Who's using it so far? 99.7% of all businesses in the U.S. 99% of all entrepreneurs in Europe are represented by small and medium-sized enterprises. 97.4%. And again, I just posted all of these slides today, and so this is really the first time I'm reading them, so apologize for that. But very, very important stuff. The statistics, and you can read these for yourself. So I want you guys to all see the research that's being done here and really spoon-fed to you, so you can just go there, take this all in until get your questions together and really understand what it is and what you need to learn. That 32% of all small businesses invest in social media market. So these are some of the markets that are hot. 37% of small businesses plan to increase their digital marketing spend in the next 12 months. So if you're a digital marketer, then look at that. Invest in online marketing. 17% are investing in search engine optimization. 26% are investing in email marketing. So here's some more, and I wish I hadn't quite laid it out this way, because as you can see, it's partly blocked, the slide, so I can't read it all, but that won't happen to you when you review it. You'll be able to read the whole slide. But basically, it's got all the statistics and all the data about, that supports the research. So like millennials in the freelance industry, it says 2015 was watershed year, which millennials became the largest age cohort in the entire workforce, freelance or otherwise. So maybe you have kids and they need to learn about the gig economy. I know I want all of my kids to learn about it, and even my soon-to-be granddaughter, who hopefully is coming this week. But anyway, it goes into creative design, web, mobile, software development, writing, IT, networking, legal, engineering, product management, marketing, data entry, accounting, finance, HR, sales, and others. So this is all in this really cool infographic from the company who I'm going to be interviewing about this very infographic and about healthcare. So we're really out there with the gig economy's user group fighting for the rights of all of us entrepreneurs and gig entrepreneurs and freelancers. So here's the statistics, and it gets into top reasons SMB, small businesses, work with freelancers. Goes into that. Here's the little robot guy. Cute, huh? So what he does is called Eat24. And I put a little, I have him talking there. It says, "Hello, humans, I'm here to serve you." Not so sure about that, but hopefully this all works out with all the robots, right? This is right in Concord, California, wow. Our neighbor. You know, this is real. This is it. You know, so the story there says, the robots are coming. The robots are coming. No, the robots are here. And so you can read the whole story. This is a company that's partnering with Yelp. They're called Marvel, and you can read the whole story. So go to the site, click on the link underneath it, and you can read all about it. But what happens is it's an app. So you program it in. It goes, it picks up the food at the restaurant, it locks it into the box, and it takes it to you. Then it gets there, you got your phone, it gives you the code, then you dial in the code on the top, it opens up, and there's your food. So, pretty amazing. Yeah. Kelly's shaking her head. Then, let's see, now I haven't read this story, and so why don't you read this one? This is a little bit about, you know, taxes and some of the other things that different organizations are coming to grips with. It
says young Americans need a tax overhaul that fuels their success. The assumption that business and workers can only benefit in a tax overhaul at the expense of one another belies real-world experience. On demand, the Internet of Things, the gig economy. Although the taxonomy used to refer to the future of work has evolved, public policy affecting business and their workers in the United States has failed to keep up. Congress has an opportunity to change that by passing comprehensive tax reform this year. Indeed, there are signals that this ambitious goal is possible. The so-called Big Six released a unified framework at the end of last month that has sparked enthusiasm from those with a variety of vested interests. Last week, the House of Representatives passed a budget that will set the terms for the tax debate moving forward, and the Senate is poised to do the same next week.
Now, Kelly, my commentary on this is if you are somebody who's interested in transitioning to the gig economy, if you wait for this to happen, you're going to be too late.
Right.
You're going to be behind the eight ball because the thought leaders, the first movers, are going to have established their gig in the gig economy and you get ratings and everything else. So this is real. This is not pretend. If you're out there and you've got great ratings because you were out there the first person doing your gig and you got all and then somebody else comes along and somebody is trying to buy and they go, well, here's Kelly, she's got these great ratings and she's already served, X number of clients, and somebody over here's new, who do you think they're going to go with? So I'm telling you folks, this is the time to move. It's all coming. Just have a little faith. It's coming. Get started now so you'll be ahead of the game. You'll be miles ahead of the game. So now let me get into this program a little bit. So this is all outlined right here now on everything that you get, because of what I've done is I've created a special program to earn while you learn, okay? And for the charter members right now, this is free, okay? But what it's going to be, I'm going to lay it out for you so you can see what you'll be able to introduce to other people and how you'll be able to use our content. We've done all the work of putting this together for you already. You'll be able to reach out to other people who need to know about the gig economy anyway. And then when they buy this program that I'm outlining here in the Zoom meeting, so you'll be able to see the slides and I'll post it and everything, and I'll have everything up there for you to use. And it really breaks down. And what I've done is I've made a special a la carte pricing to make this really affordable to the people that you introduce it to. And so it's got package discount pricing, but at a la carte. So I cut out, some other things that they could do so that they can get started with the least risk. But really, I've always said to entrepreneurs, I've worked with thousands of them, look, you want to get it down to the lowest you want to stretch every marketing nickel into a marketing dollar, but you want to go as low as possible, but not less than is ideal. Otherwise, you're shortchanging yourself. So I'm sorry, they're just, the reality is there is a bottom line under which you go under, and you're kidding yourself. Okay, so this is the most realistic program that we could find, the best water level, if you will. It's all outlined, everything here, and I'm not going to try and go. I'm going to not go through it all right now, but it's all right here. And I've got 4 minutes. So this is all going to be on video. It's going to be on Gig Entrepreneurs, but all the details and everything. But here's the bottom line. Okay, I tried to break it down, and it's a little complicated to explain because I'm trying to again stretch every nickel out for us all. And so I've broken it down into 6 payments of $197 per month. But that has a affiliate payout to you if you do the referral of $50 per month, or if they pay all 6 months, they get some free bonuses, and then it would be $1,186, I think, and then it'd be $300 to you, and they get some free bonuses. And here's the other thing. Here's the plus. So of the $197, you get $50 back. Mm-hmm. I'm taking another $50 out of it, and I'm putting that into a promotion kitty, publicity kitty, so that I'm going to use that to be able to hire help I need to drive traffic to our community meeting. And this is the community. It's mypositivity.com is one of the places that we're going to have this deep community of masterminds of the gig economy and friends in commerce to get together and share and help and support our clients, so that when you bring new gig economy clients, you don't have to worry about being prepared or being the expert. Don't even tell them you are. You're just their friend in commerce. You're them, and we're the experts. But by bringing your friends to the table, you're going to have a success partner. You're going to be making money with us. We're going to teach them how to do what you're doing, introduce other people, grow the community. So it all cycles back into itself, and everybody gets to benefit. But then, well, Mike, it's cool to do your gig for a while, but man, I've got this passion. I want to do my musical gig. But now you got more time. You don't have to worry about what is the market going to say, because we are creating this the way I want you to create your program, Kelly. And that is, why not try to sell your boot camp before you actually create it, so that you can learn from the marketplace. So you put out the curriculum, okay? And then you can figure out the timing. You could have, ongoing boot camps or webinars every week or every 2 weeks or once a month, so that you have the first meeting, the first boot camp, give them some homework, and then that gives you time while they're doing the homework and learning, getting their questions together, to develop the next one based on their feedback. And you ask them to give me feedback. After your homework, did you run into a problem you need clarification on? What do you want to learn? So you don't even want to try to get it all done. That's really, I hate to say it, it's just naive and foolish, because you can't tell what's in somebody else's mind. You've got to have the market dictate to you what that course should be. So that's very, very important. So we've got some amazing opportunities here. And now I wish I had time, but I'm going to put this, okay, the time's up, and I'm a broadcaster. I'm trying to be on, I want to honor everybody's time. I promised I'd wrap it up. I want to do that. But I've also got some more slides here. I'm going to put these up, and I'm just going to go through them real quick, like this, so that you can pause the video and read them. But I'm really including a little free ebook here at the end, so you can just, you're in control. This is new media, so play the video. I'm going through these slides, not too fast, but give you time to pause it and read it, then restart it. But this way I can deliver all of these tips about how to start your own gig very quickly, and you'll be able to get the most out of it. So I'm trying to speed things up here, because this gig economy is coming so fast. We got to go fast. We got to be able to move fast. All right. Well, Kelly Casbeek, thanks for joining me here today.
Absolutely. Pleasure being here.
Thanks for playing along as we learn the gig economy, develop our own gigs. And so, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the teleclass open, and then I'm going to shut, and I'm going to stop. And before I stop, because I'm doing a Zoom webinar meeting, I have to, and I want everybody to know this is part of the coaching, how to develop content while you're doing meetups, because that's our other expertise. So you have to stop the recording.